Next on the news, less than 24 hours until the start of the National Eucharistic Congress. And Currents News' Katie Vasquez is standing by in Indianapolis.
Last-minute preparations are underway here at Lucas Oil Stadium for this once-in-a-lifetime event. I'm Katie Vasquez, and I'll have more on that in a moment.
It's been a long journey, but they've almost reached the end. See how many miles the pilgrims have walked leading up to the National Eucharistic Congress. Former President Trump has picked his running mate, Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio, converted to Catholicism as an adult, where he stands on the important issues. Plus, she prayed for the intercession of the patron saint of motherhood, and 16 kids later, her faith is being honored with a statue dedication. I'm Christine Persichetti. Currents News starts right now. Every movement needs a moment. This is ours.
This is just a beautiful culmination of all the Catholics gathered together for this beautiful reason.
The National Eucharistic Congress is about to begin. It's being called an Emmaus moment, 3 years in the making. But today, thousands of Catholics are about to descend on Indianapolis. Their plan? To come in faith and leave with hope. It's the first National Eucharistic Congress in 83 years. And Currents News' Katie Vasquez joins us now from Indianapolis. Hi, Katie.
Hi, Christine. So Lucas Oil Stadium, which holds 63,000 people, will be the centerpiece for this Congress. Tens of thousands of Catholics are expected to be here, including 200 from the Diocese of Brooklyn. They hope this moment will get them revived and ready to share Christ's love with the world that desperately needs that. I caught up with them right before they left New York City. They are getting ready for the trip of a lifetime. This group of 25 faithful from the San Damiano mission in Greenpoint is preparing to head to Indianapolis for the National Eucharistic Congress.
My rosary, my Bible, my journal are ready to go, and I'm super excited.
While packing started Monday, they have been spiritually preparing for the Congress for months, keeping up with the four groups who have been journeying through the Congress on foot.
Just seeing the pilgrimage that's already started months beforehand, and seeing the lines of people, the multitudes, and we're all just going to gather up there. It speaks to the excitement that people hold in their hearts already.
And diving into the heart of the years-long revival campaign.
This is really the core of our faith, the presence of Jesus in the Eucharist, and being in the Eucharistic revival these last 3 years. This is just a beautiful culmination of all the Catholics gathered together for this beautiful reason.
Parishioner James Keefe says the connections formed in the Diocese of Brooklyn during this time and the ones he will make in Indianapolis will only bring him closer to God.
I feel like this will be a very important step to strengthening my faith and to just growing in community with the whole church. So it's really good to go out and see everybody from the country coming together like this.
The pastor of the San Damiano mission, Father Cristiano Pinheiro, will be leading them at the Congress. He says he wants to receive as much as his parishioners.
I'm also going there to be fed as well, right? It's not only as a shepherd to bring the people, but I am also a disciple and a son of the church. So it's very beautiful for me to be restored in my priestly vocation as well.
And no matter how they get there, whether by plane or by car, they are all traveling for one reason.
Just the sacrament of the Eucharist. We've been underappreciating it, or misunderstanding it. I think this is exactly what the country needs.
Those members of the San Damiano mission will arrive in Indianapolis on Tuesday and Wednesday. Their first big Congress event will be the kickoff ceremony Wednesday evening. Christine?
Katie, you landed in Indianapolis just a few hours ago. Tell us what's happening there right now.
Right now, there's a lot of preparations, getting ready for this big monumental event. People are doing setting up the perpetual adoration as well as confessional, so attendees can take part in that at any time during this event. And as I mentioned, this Congress will kick off Wednesday night when all four routes of the National Eucharistic Pilgrimage will meet right here at the stadium with the Blessed Sacrament. Christine?
Katie, you got to speak with one of the pilgrims ahead of that Emmaus moment. What did she have to say about the journey?
That's right, Christine. Well, she has traveled 1,200 miles, and she says while her feet are tired, her heart is full. This has been a long pilgrimage, but it's all been worth it. And you don't have to take my word for it. We'll have a full report with that pilgrim on Wednesday evening on Currents News. Christine?
And we're looking forward to it. Thanks, Katie.
Thanks, Christine.
As Katie mentioned, dozens of pilgrims have been traveling from 4 corners of the country to the Congress. But ahead of their arrival, they had another reason to celebrate. That's Sister Mary Fatima Pham, whose 30th birthday just happened to coincide with the Seton Route's arrival to Indianapolis. The nun is one of 4 from the order Daughter of Mary, Mother of Healing Love, who decided to travel the entirety of the pilgrimage. More than 100,000 people participated in the pilgrimage, with the 4 groups traveling a total of 6,500 miles. A common question the pilgrims often get: how many of those miles did they actually walk? Well, those on the Elizabeth Ann Seton route in the east are answering that question. As Katie said, this was a 1,200-mile journey, but they actually walked 380 miles. The longest hike happened on day 6 when they walked over 18 miles in Westchester County, New York. The shortest, an almost 2-mile pilgrimage in New Oxford, Pennsylvania. They racked up some miles while in the Diocese of Brooklyn, traveling 24 miles in 2 days. Katie will be in Indianapolis for the entire event. She'll be checking in with the Brooklyn faithful and the perpetual pilgrims, showing us the exhibits and sessions, bringing people closer to Christ. And she'll have a report on the historic concluding Mass of the Congress. Just be sure to stay tuned to Currents News all this week for continuing coverage. Former President Donald Trump's pick for vice president is Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio, who converted to Catholicism as an adult.
We are here tonight for one purpose, and that is to elect Donald J. Trump as the next president of the United States.
The Republican nominee stood by his running mate on the first night of the convention in Milwaukee. Vance, who was raised Christian, was baptized and received into the Catholic Church in 2019. Vance came to prominence with his best-selling memoir, Hillbilly Elegy, and has said that many people he looked up to were Catholic, and that was a key factor in his conversion. He aligns with the church in his pro-life stance, but strays from the church on immigration and the environment. In the wake of the attempted assassination of the former president, the president of the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops says respectful dialogue, despite political difference, is needed. Archbishop Timothy Broglio told Vatican News one thing that all of us can do is to remember and promote the dignity of the human person. Stay tuned to Currents News and the tablet for continuing coverage of the 2024 election. Finally tonight, a woman's unwavering devotion to the patron saint of motherhood has led to a statue in her honor. This image of St. Gerard Majella at the Prayer Garden in St. John the Evangelist Parish in Mahopac, New York, was dedicated to Josephine Spano over the weekend. The Yonkers resident had always dreamed of a large family, but shortly after getting married, she was having fertility issues and began to pray for the intercession of St. Gerard Majella. Thanks to her prayers, she and her husband went on to have 16 kids, 42 grandchildren, and 28 great-grandchildren. Plus, they helped countless other couples have babies of their own. A parishioner at St. John the Evangelist heard about Josephine's story and wanted to dedicate a statue of the saint in her honor. One of her sons, Yonkers Mayor Mike Spano, says it's an honor to see his mother's legacy set in stone.
It was an exciting moment for me to be there with my 15 brothers and sisters and my many nieces and nephews, just to say thank you to the people of St. John's and, of course, to the Kearney family.
Josephine unfortunately passed away in December of last year at the age of 89, but her family says even in heaven, they feel she is still helping moms in need. And that is this Currents News update. I'm Christine Persichetti. Thank you for joining us, because we are putting your faith in the news. Hope to see you again next time.